Alright guys, what we're going to be doing today is putting together the rear hub and brake assemblies. I've already got the bolts run through here as well as my spacer in place. I'm going to go ahead and put the backing plate on. You can see I've already attached the brake cylinder to the backing plate. It's a lot easier to get that in place while you've got it off. I do leave the bolts a little bit loose so that there's some play there as I'm attaching the brake line to it, and then I'll tighten those up at the end. So the next thing you're going to do once you have that backing plate on is go ahead and put on the first of the gaskets here. So you got a replacement gasket. We're just going to run that on like so. It can be a little bit tricky to get these things seated all the way because these bolts want to push back through. Oh, that will tighten up once you there we go. And so then I have a brand new got a brand new seal. I'm gonna run that on there. Goes on just like that, and then you should have another brand new gasket to go right on the outside of that. And then you've got the outer piece here. They call it the slinger that goes on. And then once you put your slinger on, then you've got these washers here. And then you've got a series of bolts that will hold those on. I'm just going to run those on. Just enough to hold it. Usually work my way on with a star pattern. Okay. Once we've got those all on and tightened down, next thing we're going to do is go ahead and put these brake eccentrics in. You can put these on beforehand. I just decided I'd do it on camera here. You guys can see them. I've got some new lock washers and some new bolts. I'm putting in brand new ones. They're really cheap. There's no real reason not to put new ones in. So we got the new eccentric lock washer and nut here. And I'm just going to put these in finger tight for right now because they'll need to be adjusted. When I put the brakes on, you want them nice and loose for that process. That way they can be adjusted. So I go ahead and pack in some grease in there. Didn't figure you guys wanted to watch me packing grease for a few minutes on camera, but you go ahead and pack in the seal there with grease, and then the next thing we're going to do is put these brake shoes on, which is going to be fun. So we've got brand new brake shoes. The one with the long slide always goes towards the front of the vehicle, and the one with the short pad always goes towards the back. Got brand new springs, which will need to be opened up just a little bit. So I find the easiest thing to do is to go ahead and put those lower springs in. That way they're in place. It helps if you have that. Turn straight up and down. I usually use a clamp just so I can do this a little better by myself without an extra set of hands. It's really just there to hold it while I put this other spring in place. So once I've got it clamped, the easiest thing to do to help keep this thing in place is go ahead and run your retentioning springs in. I've got brand new ones here with new caps. once those are on, hopefully you can find a good place to put this brake spring tool here without damaging your pad, which is harder than it may seem. And you stretch this across, and off we go. There we go. Then all your brakes are reinstalled. So the next thing left to do is to go ahead and put your hub back on. Brake drum, you just want to line that key up right there, and then the key goes in with the angled side down. And then next comes your castle nut and washer. And then there's a hole for a cotter pin on here. You're just gonna try and find the right hole to line that cotter pin up, and you're just gonna push that through there, and then split back your ends. And that's all there is to that part. So now you're ready to put your wheel back on.